Yesterday, at the, I'm not sure whether I was at the Faculty of Law, but at a public lecture, the Dean of the Faculty of Law, Dr. Raymond Atuguba, spoke. And he spoke about the potential threat of a coup d'etat in Ghana. We know that this conversation has been raging on. Dr. Atuguba put the point about the coup relating to some research that he had been exposed to by a colleague of his when he was studying abroad, and that the economic situation is probably the reason that he's calling, or he's saying that a coup would occur. In this editorial, we'll be dealing with it, and we will talk about the context of what he said, and then we will give our rebuttal. Okay, so here is the editorial montage, and then we run away with it. Here's the montage. To put it in proper perspective, here is what Dr. Atuguba said, and we have inserted something the president said so that we can put it in proper context. Here's a short video. We're going to show you what Atuguba said. We'll show you what the president said. We'll come back and then we'll content analyze what Atuguba said to show him that he had completely misspoken. Here is the montage.
We do not want a coup in this country. Yet I fear that if we do not act quickly, we may have one in our hands very soon. My current assessment that Ghana may be ripe for a coup partly springs from the knowledge I gained from accompanying my friend through part of his doctoral research on this topic. A big part of why certain coups succeed and others fail is the economy. What is the state of Ghana's economy today?
I assure you that we know what to do to bring back our economy back to life. What we do not know is how to bring people back to life. We will therefore protect people's lives, then their livelihoods.
So Dr. Atuguba says that there is economic hardship in Ghana, and therefore we should be thinking about stopping the economic hardship, otherwise we'll have a coup, and that the reasons why we have a coup is economic hardship. But Atuguba cannot say that. You, Dr. Atuguba, you were a member of John Maham's cabinet. Look at this. 5th November 2013, cedi ranked the worst currency in Africa. That was economic crisis. Economic crisis not occasioned by COVID. It wasn't occasioned by it. It's just occasioned by pure mismanagement of the economy and an ineptitude of what to do. Ineptitude. That's what occasioned this. There was no COVID. You saw the COVID happen. You saw the president talk about COVID and say that we are going to spend this and we're going to spend that. You saw the president alerting Ghanaians that this will bring economic hardship. And he said that I will do it anyway because we know how to bring back an economy that is bad to become good. And in the president's full statement, which I'll play, he said that we have inherited a bad economy from John Mahama. We have made it good. Here we are confronted with a global pandemic. And I've taken the decision that we will protect lives and protect the environment. Damn the consequences. When the economy gets bad, because I've been told it will be bad, we know how to revive it. The WHO praised the president for that, for making a decision in favor of people in a third world economy. The finance minister published an article that says, what will an African finance minister do? Dr. Atuguba, you were sitting in John Maham's cabinet, no COVID, nothing. This is what you gave us. 2013. This was, did you call for coup at that time? Did you know then that when there's economic hardship, there will be coup? Why can you talk like that? The dean of the faculty of law says that the reasons why there is coup is economic hardship. You have been executive secretary in the cabinet of a government that presided over one of the worst economic hardships in the history of the country. Without global pandemic, nothing. You inherited the economy from yourself. The NDC came into power in 2009 with Professor Mills. By 2012, they were still there. 2013, after 5 years of managing the economy, this is what you gave us. There was no pandemic anywhere. Nothing to occasion this kind of thing apart from gross ineptitude and accelerated mismanagement. That is what brought this. In 2013, you didn't call for coup. Nobody called for coup. The opposition MPP did not call for any coup at the time. They began to present their documentation for the 2016 election. That's what you do. You're an opposition party. You think the government is doing bad? That's no problem. That's a democracy. That's what we have. It's a democracy. You begin to campaign all over the world. Opposition people are not campaigning on COVID. Go to London. The Labour Party, who is in opposition, is not campaigning that the economy is bad and therefore is the fault of the Conservative Party. They are not making that campaign because everyone understands that there's a global recession because of a pandemic. This is not the first time. Into 1918, when there was a flu, the swine flu at the time, or the Spanish flu at the time, there was a global recession that lasted for years. This is going to be a global recession that will last for a few years. Even then, in 2021, the projections that are being made by the Statistical Service indicate that the economy's growth will be better than 2016. Can you imagine that? And then who should come and tell us that we have economic hardship and link it to a coup d'etat? Raymond Atuguba, who was executive secretary of John Dramani Mahama, when the CD was performing the worst without any catalyst. There was no COVID. You sat down and you held the economy from 2009. A healthy economy, 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 5 years. You gave us this. And you have the effrontery to speak about the economy. I can't understand this. And I don't know why all those who talk about this economy thing, they always pretend COVID doesn't exist. Today I saw somebody on the social media says that it's not COVID. It's not COVID. What are you talking about? Do you understand the kind of expenditure that went into COVID? If there was excessive expenditure, if there was mismanagement, Parliament can deal with it. The institutions can deal with it. The documents are there. Anybody can look at it. But you can't tell me that the economy is bad and it's not COVID. How do I know that it is not COVID? We all know it's not COVID because you look at the figures. The economy was inherited in January 2017. You look at 2017's figures. Look at 2018. Look at 2019. You will see a certain trajectory. Here is a president who comes in and inherits economy that is doing 3.4. Agriculture was growing in the negative. Atuguba, have you forgotten that your agriculture, when you sat in the cabinet of John Mahama, your agriculture was growing at negative? You come and tell us today that there's economic hardship and therefore there should be coup d'etat. You shouldn't be able to say that. You should never say that. You can't say that. You were in that economy, 2013. Look at this. This is Ghana. Today, the cedi is the worst performing currency in Africa as well. Today, it's been reported. It was reported in 2013. John Mahama's economy, without COVID, with nothing, no problem, nothing. Pure mismanagement and gross ineptitude. You people couldn't do it. That is what accounted for the cataclysmic effect of the 2016 election, where a ruling party was defeated by the largest number of votes ever. You sat down and you were defeated by the largest number of votes. That is why Akufo-Addo earned the record of being the first opposition politician under the Fourth Republic to win an election from opposition in the first round. It had never happened. But because of the poverty of the economic management of the John Mahama administration, of which you, Atuguba, you were an integral part. You sat down there, executive secretary to the president. You were there. You know it. You know how that system was managed. You saw the effects in the 2016 election. You saw it. The economy was taken over. At that time, nobody called for coup. When you presided over the darkest part of Ghana's history, the doomsday was the darkest part of Ghana's history as a result of lack of financing. Not just that. You left the economy, gave us a bill of $1 billion every year since 2017 for take or pay. Every year, the Ministry of Finance must find $1 billion. I didn't say million, no, $1 billion to pay for energy that was signed by John Mahama administration that we don't need because the energy companies wanted comfort, and I will do the same. They said that you take it or you pay. Because they could tell that you don't actually need the energy. They knew. But you were asking them to do it. What you didn't have was money to finance your energy infrastructure. They knew that you didn't need the money. So they said, okay. They knew you didn't need the energy. So they said, okay, if you do it, it's a take or pay. You left us with $1 billion bill. I don't even know why nobody is talking about this. Yeah, as far as the MPP investigators are concerned, you left us with $1 billion bill, take or pay. That's what you confronted us with. The government comes into office. In spite of that, they pick up the economy at 3.4. They move on. They do free SHS year 1. In 2018, they take off the street 100,000 people. NAPCO, they took off 100,000 people off the street, paid them 600 cedis a month, gave some of them training. Some of them are employed today. Some of the NAPCO bills have not been paid. Yes, NAPCO said they've not been paid since September. But that was going to happen because of COVID. So he took 100,000 people off the street. And you look at all this, and today you come and tell us that, look at Ghana's economy, therefore there could be a coup d'etat. I think that the lecturer must bow down his head in shame. This is horrible. It's the most horrendous statement that has ever come from the dean of the Faculty of Law. The most horrendous, the most inappropriate statement anybody can make is for Dr. Atuguba to stand there. You were in John Mohammed's cabinet. You were there. You left us with a lawyer. You left us with take or pay, 1 billion per year. You sat and presided over the collapse. You broke all the economic bottles and glasses in the Jubilee House. Everything was broken. No COVID, nothing. You took the economy from 2009. By 2016, you had run it aground, presided over the darkest era of Ghana's political, economic, social, and religious history by turning off our lights for years. You did that. Did anybody say we should go and do coup? Dr. Atuguba, I'm asking you. Did anybody say we should go and do coup when you and your administration put off the lights for years and the economy was down to earth? Did anybody say coup? You come and sit down there and you know that COVID has happened. Ghana has received applause for our handling of COVID. So much money has been pumped into it. The president had a letter that this was going to happen. The finance minister had a letter that this was going to happen. And when it is happening, not just in Ghana, happening in the whole world, go to America. People's energy, gas is being shut down for $5. Never used to be. The American government is asking for $3 trillion. From their Congress. Go to Britain, the shelves there's nothing on the shelves. In all the shops, everything is happening. Go to Japan, it's happening all over the world. And then you come and say that, look at the state of Ghana's economy, we should go and do coup. I don't know. Please send your text messages to Good Evening Ghana Official. Because I don't understand this. Maybe somebody must explain something. Somebody must teach me something. I cannot understand this kind of double standards that occurs in this partisanship that drives even our intelligent minds straight into the gutter. Even our intelligent minds are being driven into the gutter with partisanship. What does this mean? Is that how we're going to build a country? Later tonight, I'll be talking about Nkrumah's coup. Obeda someone outlines how coups occur. You will see it. You see that it's very different from what Dr. Atuguba is talking about. But Atuguba should not be the one talking. He cannot talk, if at all. He should be apologizing. Yes. He should be apologizing for being part of a government that left out with $1 billion to pay every year. $1 billion United States dollars to pay to some energy consultants who gave us power and signed that we either pay, if we don't take the power, we still pay. So we don't take, we still pay. Government has had to be negotiating these figures. And then you come and stand there and tell us that, look at Ghana, when you presided over darkness, total and absolute darkness in Ghana, with economic hardship, darkness, did anybody say that, look at the economy of Ghana today, we should be thinking about a coup? Did anybody say that? What is wrong with these people? Did anybody say that when the whole country was dark? Everybody was putting pressure on the government. When are you turning on the lights? Put pressure on the government. John Mahama was explaining, we are doing this. Nobody in the John Mahama era, ever, whether opposition, government, civil society, nobody said coup. And then you come, you occupy such an important position, like the dean of the Faculty of Law, the vanguard of constitutionalism. You are the one telling us that we should do a coup because the economy is hard. When you yourself, you presided over the West, far worse than what we are seeing today. Somebody has come and taken 100,000 people off the street, had an idea, a vision. That what do we do? In your time, Dr. Atuguba, you have something called Graduate Unemployment Association. It was formed. It was the first time that it was ever formed in Ghana. Under John Mahama, Graduate Unemployment Association was formed. Here in Ghana, it was formed. Why have you forgotten? It is not a time for politics. When the politics comes, we will do the comparative analysis. This is not a time for politics. It's a time for us to put pressure on the NPP government in Akufo-Addo's second term to do the best for Ghana. So we are not concerned about comparative analysis of politics. We are not there yet. We will be there in June 2024 by God's grace. We will be there. But right now, we are not there. Atuguba is forcing us to get there because this is not the time for that analysis. It's not the time for it. But he's forcing us to get there because of the horrendous things, the inappropriate things that he says. That look at the economy of Ghana, we should go and do coup. You are Atuguba. Look at the economy you presided over. You were executive secretary to the president. You were sitting in there when the CD collapsed in 2013. That's the evidence of it on the screen. The CD completely collapsed. You put off lights, the darkest part of Ghana's history. Who said anything? Listen to President Akufo-Addo again. Have a listen. Listen to President Akufo-Addo. Here it is. Listen to Akufo-Addo.
As we have demonstrated over the course of the last 3 years, where we inherited an economy that was growing at 3.4% and transformed it into one which has grown by an average of 7% over the last 3 years, I assure you that we know what to do to bring back our economy back to life. What we do not know is how to bring people back to life. We will therefore protect people's lives, then their livelihoods. As we have demonstrated over the course of the last 3 years, where we inherited an economy that was growing at 3.4% and transformed it into one which has grown by an average of 7% over the last 3 years, I assure you that we know what to do to bring back our economy back to life. What we do not know is how to bring people back to life. We will therefore protect people's lives, then their livelihoods.
What did you think the president meant by that? What did you think he meant by we know how to bring back an economy? Because he was told that the kind of measures he wants to take to protect Ghanaians, it was going to occasion significant economic downturn. The president was told that. As president of the republic, he needed to make a decision. And in that broadcast to the nation, he was announcing to the nation that I have made a decision. My decision is to protect lives and the environment. And therefore, I'm going to spend how much ever money we need to spend to protect as many lives that we can. Damn COVID. And however COVID lasts, we will do it. Because as for me and my people, as he said, we know how to bring back an economy. And he said, we have demonstrated it. In 2017, we demonstrated it. So we know how to bring back an economy. So that's not my problem. I need Ghanaian lives saved. And this speech got the applause of the whole world. And now people talk about Ghana's economy from Sam Jonah to everyone. They pretend that COVID didn't happen. For us from Commonwealth Hall, we say truth stands. That's what Vandal said, truth stands. Is that not the truth? Anybody should tell me. Is that not the truth? Is it not the truth that as a result of COVID, how do we know? Look at 2018 figures. Look at 2019 figures. Then you can say that, oh, it's not COVID. This government has been bad from day one. Then you can say that. But if you cannot say that, then you should understand that the excesses and the exigencies and the downturn of 2022 is as a result of something. We know what that something is. Why do people pretend they don't know? Why is Atuguba blindfolded on that one? You presided over this economy and you come and tell us that listen to us. Let's play Atuguba. Listen, show Dr. Atuguba. Play it.
We do not want a coup in this country. Yet I fear that if we do not act quickly, we may have one in our hands very soon. My current assessment that Ghana may be ripe for a coup partly springs from the knowledge I gained from accompanying my friend through part of his doctoral research on this topic. A big part of why certain coups succeed and others fail is the economy. What is the state of Ghana's economy today?
That's the way coup occurs is the economy. Who even told him that? If the way coup occurs is the economy, there would have been 60 coups in 2013, 14, 15. 60. Every day there would have been coup because Ghana was dark. You people put off the light and you ran the economy aground. What was your reason? Nothing. Zero reason. Ineptitude, that was the reason. Mismanagement, that was the reason. Incompetence, that was the reason. And then you talk about somebody who has held that economy that you've left flat on the ground, brought it up, and has been confronted by a pandemic, and you talk about it that there should be a coup. What is that? What kind of Ghana is this? Why do our serious people behave with this partisanship thing and drive themselves straight into the gutter? What is the meaning of that? That must change. Let our analysts, let them speak the truth. You can speak NDC truth and you can speak MPP truth. There's no point, there's no quarrel about that. But it has to be true. Don't speak lies. Don't speak propaganda that is influenced by evil. These kinds of propaganda is influenced by evil. It's coming from the pits of hell. When you look at the people who are talking and you see they presided over this kind of thing, you cannot say anything else, but it's coming from evil. It's only evil that can let you do that. Nobody is saying that Ghana's economy today is good. The British economy is not good. No economy in the world can say that it is good today, post-COVID. Zero, you can't find it. Especially those countries that put themselves in COVID. Look at Britain. The Prime Minister of Britain has decided that he's going to stop the testing because he says the testing is costing Britain £2 billion a year. He can't continue because the economy is in a recession. That's Britain. The United States, the United States president has gone to Congress. He's asking for $3 trillion to save the economy. People have lost their jobs. In Ghana, people lost their jobs. The government is finding them jobs back. Look at all over the place. The roads are being constructed. Government has gone to parliament with an e-levy and says that this is very important because of the situation we find ourselves in. And then one who presided over darkness comes to tell us that the economy is bad, so we should be wary of coup d'etat. My goodness. Anyway, Dr. Atuguba, don't do that again. You're a nice guy. We respect you. Don't do that again. Don't let partisanship worry you. Okay? Please, don't let partisanship worry you. This is partisanship. It's evil. Repent. Read John 3:16. Repent. What kind of thing is this? Can't do that. Anyway, Atuguba gave me an opportunity in 2010 when he was the what was he? The executive secretary of. He likes being executive secretary, pal, because he was also the executive secretary of the Constitution Review Committee, and we're discussing what our constitution can become so that we can build it forward. That was 2010. I don't know when he moved from that to become. He became the executive secretary. We're all happy with that. He's a bright young man. He was my TA in law faculty, very good guy. So everybody was excited about the appointment. Then he resigned from John Mohammed's administration. Some people applauded him. I didn't ask him why, I don't know. And then today, he's moved from the constitutional vanguard to talking about coups because of economy, forgetting the economy that he presided over. Anyway, I'm still grateful to him for that opportunity. Here is a glimpse of what happened when he gave me the opportunity.
Next witness is Mr. Paul Adom-Otchere.
My name is Paul Adom-Otchere, and I'm making an individual presentation. Mr. Chairman, my presentation is about the executive, and my concern is that whereas the executive president is directly elected by the people with an absolute majority, there is no formal regulation or convention by practice that gets the president to directly interact with the electorate within the tenure of his office. The point I'm making is that there is no manner in which the president can be compelled to answer questions either before the representatives of the people or by any other state institution throughout the tenure of his office to share his strategy, to share his development agenda or his vision. What happens then is that once the president is elected, he can decide to make no comment about any national issue until the next election. My recommendation, therefore, is that in reviewing the Chapter 8, which is about the executive arm of government, that this Honorable Commission considers the view to make the President an ex-officio member of Parliament, to allow him to appear before Parliament periodically in a presidential question time, similar to the Prime Minister's question time in the Westminster Parliament in England. With this opportunity, members of Parliament will be able to ask the President direct questions about many national issues so that the electorates do not lose an interest in directly electing a president with an absolute majority to become President of Ghana.